Hey, this is WhyBeAre, and I have a simple question for you. What if Minecraft had damage that was way too detailed? Well, we're going to find out because I have Teardown with a half dozen mods installed to make it as much like Minecraft as possible. Heck, even the menu looks like Minecraft, except the text for some reason goes super duper fast. You can't actually read what it says. So anyways, we're going to load up a custom level that also looks just like Minecraft. And look at this. Seriously, just look at this. It really does look like Minecraft. Until you start really looking at the details or you start interacting with things. For example, if you go to a door and you open up the door, it opens so smoothly. That's so unusual. Or if you try to break a door, for example, it breaks apart in so many pieces. That's because this ain't Minecraft, this is Teardown. So what are some of the things we can do? Well, we have a bed here. In Minecraft, you can change the color of a bed, but we can kind of do that. So we have Flint and Steel. What does Flint and Steel do? It's a spray paint bottle. I'm getting this out of the way now because this is the one thing that doesn't really make sense. Why does Flint and Steel do that? I don't know. Flint and Steel puts down fire, so here it'll put down paint. Sure, that's close enough. How do you use the bed? Well, you can't sleep in Teardown, so you just break apart the top of the bed so you can kind of sit at the head of it like so, and it's like, oh yeah, I'm sleeping in my bed now, and then you wake up. Or maybe, let's say instead of trying to simulate sleeping in a bed normally, you wanted to sleep in a bed in the nether. Well, you could do that too. We go over to this. This is a creeper head, which is replacing a pipe bomb. So you try to sleep in the bed, it's like, oh no, this is the nether. You can't do that. So it blows up instead. And then sometimes when things blow up, you get a little bit of fire. The solution to fire is simple. It's a bucket of water. So you try to use your bucket of water and it sprays out like a foam. That's because the bucket of water is replacing a fire extinguisher. It makes sense, and it looks great when you hold it around, and it functions like you would expect, but it looks really funny when it functions because instead of dumping water, you do that. And in reality, when you try to sleep in the nether, you don't know it's going to blow up, so most of the time, you end up dying. And when you die in Teardown, you don't get the menu that says, what do you want to do? And you always accidentally click main menu, and then you have to reload the world. It just respawns you. We are okay now, so let's get back into that place and see. Is it still on fire? Oh yeah, that's a big fire. Hopefully somebody else will deal with that, because I'm not gonna. Instead, I'm gonna look at that. You see that TNT there? I sure do. We're gonna hit that TNT with a bow and arrow, and we gotta stand back for this one, because this is a big boom. So here we go, boom! There's a little bit of lag, and the buildings completely crumble. You ain't gonna see that in Minecraft, that's for sure. We can kind of tear it apart a little bit, maneuver the blocks around so you can see just how badly damaged it is. It took out a whole side and then some from this building. That did a massive amount of damage, and it even got some of that building as well. And I hear a really loud fire, so it might be on fire, but I don't actually see any fire right now. Maybe what I hear is this place burning very aggressively, I guess. Let's take a look upstairs. Oh, yep, that's burning aggressively. Also, you'll see, when I get too close to the fire, my hearts go down. Yep, it even has working hearts for when you lose health. So let's try not to die again. We've already demonstrated what happens when you die. And I should probably actually do something about that fire because it'll spread just like in Minecraft. But hey, don't you want to see what it looks like when it spreads? Instead, let's say we just died and we have to start a brand new game. What's the first thing you always do in Minecraft? Well, you got to go get some wood, right? So how do we get some wood? Well, normally you would use your arm. So here's my arm, and my arm's a little bit different because my arm replaces a shotgun. So this is Minecraft with some sort of Iron Man mod that allows you to shoot bullets out of your wrist or something like that. I don't know. I can't explain this. And just this tiny piece left, and boom, the tree will crumble. And then we would collect a couple more pieces of wood to build all the things we need. So we would make a workbench, we would make the axe, the shovel, the hoe, all that good stuff. And maybe we'll even make a torch if we got some coal. Here's the torch. So what does the torch do? Well, in Teardown, there's a blowtorch. Torch sounds a lot like blowtorch with just a small little addition. They're basically the same thing if you think about it, because if you blow on something, it doesn't do that much to it, unless you're the big bad wolf. And I don't think we can actually get the leaves to catch on fire. We can break them apart using the blowtorch, no problem, as you're seeing here, but the fire does not want to spread to them, unfortunately. But at the very least, we can at least use the blowtorch on them to destroy them if I wanted to. Oh, this is kind of funny. You can't actually completely climb the blocks. If you're standing right in front of it and try to jump, you're not going to get on top of the block. The only way you can do it is if you go with some momentum and jump, and then you can get over it, or more simply, you just make a little lip, and then you can jump on the lip from any angle, and that works instead. Also, here's something that's kind of ironic. So you got the pickaxe, and you think, pickaxe, that can break stone, right? No. The pickaxe actually can't break the stone. But you know what can? Your shotgun hand. That can break up the stone. And I am noticing, having everything on fire and having a building that's crumbled and also on fire after all, that is starting to significantly reduce my frame rate. It's still watchable, but it's only a matter of time before things get too bad. So here's a look at what happened to this building from the inside. It really is spectacular seeing how much damage the fire has caused. And you see all these little bits crumbling around you. The fire in this game really is a thing of beauty, how it just slowly tears things away. And if you're not familiar with Teardown, the way it works is a piece will always stay connected if there's some connection being made. So you can have a whole building being supported by like 1 pixel worth, or 1 voxel worth, I should say, of material. But once that one material is gone, everything will crumble. So let's try to make all this stuff crumble a little bit. There we go. There's a big chunk falling off. And we can have a bunch of big chunks by blowing this apart. But again, my frame rate is just getting worse and worse. And I could try to put out all the fire, but that's a heck of a lot of fire. So you know what the easy solution is? We'll just say, hey, let's restart it. And then everything is good to go, and we can destroy it all once more. So for example, instead of destroying the TNT by shooting a bow at it, we could set down a TNT right next to it that'll explode and probably make the explosion even bigger and more violent. Actually, it didn't really. It actually made it explode less. I almost want to make sure the other TNT went off, but it did. So that's kind of interesting. And we can tear open what's left of the door and make our way into my house. And yes, it's on fire as well, but this time I'm going to deal with it before the fire gets too big. We must put out the fire. Okay, I think I put out the fire, but I'm also kind of like in a hole. Let's check over here. Yeah, we got more fire here. I don't want too much lag. Then again, if I didn't want too much lag, I could have just not blown up the TNT. Oh, that's a lot of fire. Let's just restart again. Stop blowing up the TNT, WhyBeAre. You're causing too much destruction. So what tools haven't we taken a look at? Well, you've seen the spray paint, you've seen the water bucket, you've seen the torch, you've seen the arm cannon, but you haven't seen the logs. So with this, we can make little ramps that go up to locations. Yes, when you actually put the ramp down, it doesn't look the same as the one you're holding, but it's close enough. And you can also do that classic Minecraft maneuver where you go upwards by looking straight down and putting things below you. But you need to be in a corner like this. So you start like that, and then you just keep placing the blocks under you as you jump up, and you can go up pretty high, pretty fast by doing this. You got to make sure when you're doing it, you point a little bit of a downward angle so you don't end up like that. Sometimes you get lucky, but oh, that's just so sketchy. And ta-da! We are now up on the upper area of the building. Well, we can get a little bit higher still. Whoa, almost pushed myself off with this thing. It's a little too steep to just walk up, so we got to do a running start. And we're almost at the top of this thing, and we do have to go this way to get to the top of the thing. Because inside, we do have the option of a ladder. The only problem is the ladder does nothing. If you try to climb the ladder, you just don't. And if we actually really try to climb the ladder, we'll just fall back down, and I don't want to have to climb it again. So we're not going to try to do that. So why don't we try to get to the very tip top of this, again, using the same strategy we've been using so far, although it's a little bit more difficult because there's no corner where we can just easily manipulate things. We got to do a little bit extra work here. So I'm going to make a little, whoa, that was too little. Make a little piece where we can go up onto here and then around the corner. Oh, and there's a little bit too big of a gap there, apparently. Fine, we'll just add another piece and try this one more time. Oh my goodness, I'm going to fall off the edge trying to get up these stupid little stilts. I need to make those longer, but I keep not. So what we got to do is we got to destroy the stuff above us with my arm cannon. And yes, it's going to hit me in the head. This is fine. Concussions are okay. Because my head is strong right now because I have the classic diamond helmet on. So these blocks can bounce off my head and I'll barely feel a thing. But as you see, this is taking a while. There is another solution, but it'll cause a lot more destruction than we want. But what the heck? Let's break it out anyways. So this is the golden hoe. And you know what they say about golden hoes, right? I don't, but my golden hoe is a rocket launcher. Does it make any sense? No, it makes no sense at all. But look what it do. Yes. All right, now let's see if we can actually climb it. Oh no, we got to build a, uh-oh. That was a big chunk that just fell off. But I got to build another platform to try to get up. So, yep, there we are. That was nice and easy. Now we can just do the strategy you've seen already, where we go up, and up, and up, and, well, a little bit different here. See, it gets a little hard here, though, because there's nothing to really connect it to. So I gotta go like at a little bit of an angle, but if you do it bad, you get your head stuck. So you have to make sure you don't do that. It's just getting a little bit more difficult here, that's all. And that looks good. And there we are. We are at the top, and this is the highest point in the map. And we climbed up there using just wood planks, just like you would in Minecraft. So what do we do now? Well, we still got the rocket launcher, so why don't we try to just completely destroy this building using the rocket launcher? And thankfully, there's not much fall damage in this game, so I can just jump off like some sort of crazy Tarzan man. And my goal is to make this entire building completely collapse. I am almost certain doing this will cause some serious lag, but it'll also look really cool. So we're just using the rocket launcher to completely destroy the very bottom part of this thing, and it makes very fast work of it. We have already destroyed easily at least half, if not maybe more like 60 to 70%. And I'm just going to keep shooting rockets until it looks like there's enough damage where maybe we'll finish it off with a shotgun. It all depends on what's left. I'm trying to leave that one centerpiece there, though, because I know that piece is still holding it up somehow. And I want to focus on the big chunks. All right, let's take a look at what remains, because this frame rate is getting really bad. There's just a lot of destruction going on. It'll get better once the debris settles. There we are, nice and fast. So you can see we have most of it destroyed, but there is still a good chunk on this side that we haven't quite hit yet. But we are now, again, just using the rocket launcher. It works great for this. This is what it was built for, it feels like. Just blowing up a building completely. And there is not much left. That should be close to making it crumble. I'm going to let all the debris settle so our frame rate will get back to normal, and we'll see what is left. All right, so we got some center sections around here that still need to be broken, but I don't know if we need the rocket launcher for that. We might be able to just arm cannon those away with just a couple of hits each. Although you see, ooh, the frame rate has not quite recovered yet still. And I think that just could be permanent because there are so many pieces around the place that are sitting on the ground. And you know what? I am not patient when the frame rate is low. So back to the rocket launcher, aka the golden hoe. Oh wait, is it tipping? It is tipping. So actually we have broken everything. It just wants to tip at a very, very slow speed. There it goes. It's just gonna stop like that. Okay. Wait, is it falling onto me? Is it gonna try to fall onto me? Now, that is not what you do. Okay, you know what I feel like now? This is like the Minecraft equivalent of MC Escher. This just don't look right. It is falling though. If we don't move, you can see it is falling, and it's really trying to step on my head. Stop doing that. I keep moving and it keeps finding a way to land on my head. I am not a Goomba and you're not Mario. Stop it. I guess it's a little stuck on this corner. And do I need to use a rocket launcher for this? Nah, this once we can use the bow. Just shoot that corner a little bit. Try to get it to break apart just enough to make it keep crumbling. Unfortunately, it just didn't have enough momentum as it was timbering to really destroy that building. And it's gonna just keep hitting it, so okay. Back to the golden hoe. The solution to all of your problems. The golden hoe. Unless the problem is the building is trying to crush you, because it'll just encourage it to crush you more. Alright, a little bit more, and that should get it to really crumble. Come on! Well, either way, that looks magnificent. Is it going? Is it going? It just keeps hitting that building. I love how it's just vomiting out chunks of whatever is getting blown up by the rocket launcher. So we're just going to blow up this whole corner, and then hopefully it can fall straight down. And this frame rate is getting so bad, we're going to have to give up on this soon. This is getting bad. And this is not my computer, by the way. This is just the game, because all this physics stuff is processor-based, and I have a pretty expensive processor. You're not going to find many that are better than it. And it still hasn't fallen. I want to see it at over a 90-degree angle. So I'm just going to keep shooting rockets at it. Eventually, it has to fall enough to make me happy. It's the law of physics. Enough rocket launchers, whatever you want to happen, will happen. Alright, that is it. I'm calling it. We are not shooting any more rockets. This lag is getting really bad because now we got wood on fire that's burning. But what amazing damage we have to this structure. It is basically tipped over at this point. I don't know exactly where it's getting caught. Maybe right there. We'll go and shoot one more rocket. I know I said I wouldn't, but we're going to do it again. And, oh, it's falling more. It's falling more. Here goes my head. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm not okay. I'm not okay. It finally got its dream of crushing my head. Mostly. I can still escape. But it is fully fallen over now as far as I'm concerned. It's over a 90-degree angle even. That has fully crumbled. Here's what remains of the initial structure. And then here is what remains after it fell over. It actually looks really, really cool. But man, when you see a block in a Minecraft style thing that isn't 90 degrees, it looks so weird. That does not look right at all, does it? Anyways, let's reset everything so we don't have everything lagging to bits. By the way, if you would like to see a building burn completely down just from a little bit of fire like so, there is another video in the description for this video that is just doing that. And it actually takes a long time for it to completely burn down, but eventually it does. So there are a few other things I want to check out. First, over here we have a little farming area, so I'll make a little lip, and then boom, here we are. How is this stuff growing without water? Truly is a mystery. And I guess if we're getting the plants, the best way to do that is maybe with my arm. Or, better yet, why don't we use the golden hoe? Probably not the best thing for that. It works. It's just, then everything tastes a little bit like explosions when you go to make the bread. Although, is that a bad thing? I don't know. You tell me. Because my bread tastes like explosions now. Actually, a surprising amount of it didn't get blown up, so we can still get it with my arm as well. Yeah, we are just completely destroying all of this wheat. And over here, we have all the different blocks that are implemented in this mod. And one thing I found kind of strange is there are a couple of things I don't see actually used anywhere. Like, we have train tracks, but I didn't see any train tracks anywhere. And also, we have ores. And I didn't see any ores anywhere. And I tried digging for the ores, too. Like, if you're a little bit of a maniac like me, what you do is you say, okay, that's too deep. There could be ore under that. And you just shoot a bunch of rockets into it to try to dig through and see if you see any ore in there. And, well, so far, I haven't seen anything. So we'll turn on the lights a little bit, and nope, no ore, just a bunch of dirt. We could do another rocket or two, though, and keep digging, see if we see anything. Nope, just a bunch of dirt still. There might be like one or two of each one just hidden somewhere, and I didn't find the exact location, or they might not actually be used at all. It's hard to know. That one, I hit the rocket so close to me, it shot me backwards a bit. But, as you can see, there is no ore in that pile. Well, it's not a pile anymore, it's just blown up. So let me try to find the building that has the furnaces on it, because the furnaces do look kind of neat. There they are. So here are the furnaces, and you can see they're really 3D. Like, these furnaces are so 3D compared to just having like a texture on them. And then of course, yeah, we can blow those up too. Sure, why not? You might have noticed too, we blew up the light. And when we blew up the light, it actually shattered. So let's see if we can find another torch to break. There's one, and we just go boop. Well, that didn't work. Boop! There we go. So you see, when the torch breaks, it makes like an electricity breaking sound. That is a little bit strange, I will admit, but I still love the fact that you can go and break the torches and then the light does disappear exactly like you would expect to see. And now we're just going to kind of just start blowing things up at random. Like, there are a couple of things you didn't really get to see me hit. Like, we got all these plants on the ground that we could shoot at. And those are pretty similar to the wheat we were getting earlier. We could also try destroying the trees with different things. So we could use the rocket launcher on the tree. And that was a thing of beauty. I think we have some more trees we could do other things too. So here's another tree. And on this one, we could surround it with explosives. We just got to make sure it's nice and easy to get up to. So let's put a couple of explosives there, and, well, I was supposed to put two of them, but one will work fine, as long as I don't get hurt. We can try to sneak on in and place another one. Run away, and the boom. Oh, that one didn't do that much damage. All right, well, you can't stop me. I'm going to keep placing more and more. Oh, no, I'm stuck. I'm going to die. Oh, wait, the leaves protected me for a little bit, but then I did still eventually die. They tried their best. Alright, where was I when I was blowing up that tree? I want to see the wreckage that was left. Oh, look, another tree you haven't blown up yet. What the heck? I like looking at the explosives. Let's just blow up this one too. We're going to put a bunch of TNT all around it and then run away. Hopefully don't get hit. Nice. That was like a legitimate just kind of like timber looking thing, and then it looks like a bush for some reason. That's strange. Okay, so here's the first tree I blew up. And then I walked around some more and found another one. I think it was over here to the left. Surprisingly intact. For now. Whoa! I'm gonna get stuck in the tree again and die. My health was literally at 0 for a second, and somehow I survived that. That is amazing. luck. See, sometimes when you throw the little creeper heads, they just catch your body and they pull you with them. It's very strange. So you have to be careful with walking forward and throwing them at the same time. I think it's because they're bigger than the pipe bombs they replace, so it just causes a little bit of glitchiness to them. And you know what? We got a problem with this fire. It is really starting to hurt my frame rate. So let's see if we can put out a lot of fire. I've never actually tried to put out a ton of fire like this before, so we're going to see how well this works. And so far, it seems to have worked surprisingly well. Like, there is some fire on the roof that I can't reach though, and that will just continue to burn. Yeah, like I just can't get up there. The roof itself is on fire. So you know what the easy solution is? It's to restart. But right now, frame rate's okay, so we're going to just live with it until it gets too bad, which I'm sure is very, very soon because fire spreads surprisingly fast. So here is another farm that I have yet to touch. Poor farm. He's about to be creeper-headed to bits. I'm just going to throw down a ton of pipe bombs all over the place, and it should blow up most of it, and I'm taking cover. I ain't about to get blown up. I know I don't get to see it well, but we'll get to take a look at the wreckage. That is what's important. So let's go ahead and make a nice little ramp that we can climb. Is that too steep? No, that's easy climbing. And here we go. Wow. Surprisingly, a lot of it is still intact, so we need more explosion. We're going to put the TNT down, which is a bigger explosion than the creeper heads. And then we watch it and wait. First one exploded, and we just gotta wait for the last one to explode because those are the ones we really get to see. Oh, that wasn't so bad at all. Well, everything is destroyed though. Ah, yes, my farm is mostly ruined. My frame rate is completely ruined. Look at the last few pieces that are standing. And I think honestly at this point, I have done everything that I wanted to do in this video. So again, if you would like to see a building burn all the way down completely, there is another video in the description that is that, and it's just watching a building burn for like a half hour straight. Otherwise, until next time, this has been WhyBeAre, and remember, if you like or dislike this video, I will know. I can tell by how powerful the golden hoe is. So do the right thing, and I'll see you next time.